When I signed my deal, I felt pressure. Don't wanna see the numbers, I wanna see heaven. You say, could you write a song for me? I say, I'm sorry about you that I believe. When I go
Hello guys, this is Anime Wizard 101, and we're here with chapter 2 of Toriko. Last time we left off with Toriko and Komatsu getting to the Barren Islands, and chapter 2 starts off the same way where they left off, and then we see Komatsu and Toriko walking through the forest, and then they keep encountering different type of animals, weird animals. Komatsu's like super scared, like he's very, what's the word? I guess I could say scaredy cat, pretty much. We encounter a serpent frog, amphibian catcher level 1, the lowest of the animals. And Toriko pretty much makes fun of him because he's like, oh, you're scared of a level 1 serpent frog. Like why are you scared? It's just level 1. And then, so he just gets rid of it, and then we later see that Komatsu gets a leech tied to his front of his hand, and he's just super scared. He's like, doesn't know what to do. He's like, Toriko-san, what is this? What is this? And then he explains that it's some type of leech, and then Komatsu's freaking out, and then Toriko just grabs some leaves called of mangrove, and then he just squeezes the leaves with his hands, and then he squirts out a liquid out of them, and then he pours the liquid onto the leech, and it comes off. And then later on he explains that the leaves actually have, when you squeeze them, it extracts salt, and with the salt, the leeches don't like salt, so it fell off. And then after that, they keep walking through the forest, and then Toriko keeps saying that it's about to get dark, so they make camp, because he says that the Galala Crocodile is a nocturnal animal, so it's better to capture it at noon. That way it'll be easier. And then so they set up camp, and then Toriko start eating food and cooking food, and then Komatsu is still like sweating bullets, like, especially because there's animals that are coming up like next to them, and they're just like they're just there like ready to scavenge, like scavengers. And Toriko explains to him how since a crocodile's 300 years old, he's at the top of the food chain. So pretty much what happens is that all the other animals have to move away from their natural habitat and are forced out. So that's why they're forced to be scavengers. And just waiting for them they're waiting for Toriko and Komatsu to finish eating so they could eat the leftovers. And all of a sudden, they just disperse. I don't know, I guess they sense something coming. And then out of nowhere, this huge kind of animal thing comes out of the water next to them. Toriko says that it's called a swamp snake, catcher level 5. And Komatsu's like shitless, like it's crazy. But the surprising thing is that the swamp snake was actually already dead. It had a big chunk of its neck cut off, like chopped off. And Toriko says that, comes to the conclusion that it had to be the Galala Crocodile. But then he goes in to have a close examination of the bite, and then he sees that there's leeches attached right next to where it was bleeding, where the gap was. So he's just there examining it, and then Komatsu turns around and he's freaking out, and then out of nowhere the Galala Crocodile pops out right in front of Komatsu, and he starts freaking out. He's like, damn, like It doesn't even look like a crocodile anymore. It looks like more like some kind of dinosaur. And Toriko tells Komatsu to get out of the way because he's about to get ready to fight him. And then so now we get to some fight scenes where we see Toriko fighting the alligator. He punches him on the cheek, on the right cheek. Then punches him in the gut, and the gator tries to swipe him off with the tail whip, but Toriko ends up catching the tail, and then just grabs him and tosses him over his head, and then hits the floor. And then when Toriko starts talking to Komatsu to tell him to keep going up, like to keep a safe distance, he notices that there's leeches attached to him and Komatsu, and then he makes the assumption that it had to be the Galala Crocodile. And then we see that he had all inside his mouth. He has a whole colony of these leeches. So Toriko states that since the crocodile took such a big bite out of the snake, and then that means that the leeches from inside the mouth of the crocodile were able to be inside to attack. We're able to attack the snake. And then he states that even though after you kill it, the poison that the leeches have don't allow the blood to clot for like half a day. So usually what happens with the crocodile is that they would wait until the animal is weakened and then go after it later. So it would be a lot easier for the animal to eat it. And then this doesn't really seem to faze Toriko. And then actually he kind of gets mad, and he tells Komatsu, "Is it okay if I just kill the crocodile? Because I don't." He pretty much gets into battle mode, and then we see this panel that has like this evil, devilish kind of thing. I don't know what to call it. And it's like it says Toriko entered to battle mode, and then we see a couple of panels that all the animals in the marsh, in the barren island, they just leave the marsh like scared shitless. And then we see Toriko like for some reason go like this to his arms. So it's like if he has like sharp objects, like he says in the last chapter that his right arm is a fork. His right arm is a knife and his left arm is a fork, and he's just like preparing to hit him. And all of a sudden we see this big ass like devil looking thing, and then it's huge. And then we see the crocodile in the plate, like served in the plate, and Komatsu pisses his pants. It's freaking crazy. And then after that, Toriko starts. He says something like, "I give my thanks to all the food in this world. I shall have the tree." So he's about to like kill it, and then he's like, "Fork!" and he stabs the bottom of the mouth of the crocodile, and he picks it up, and then he just slices the neck off. So he decapitates the crocodile, and then that's pretty much it. And he just like he kills it without breaking a sweat. And then we see the crocodile split open, and then at the end, Toriko ends up telling Komatsu to dig in, and they start eating the crocodile meat. And then Komatsu is worried because they had to actually take it back to the director back at Hotel Gourmet. And then Toriko tells him that there's enough meat to eat right now, and then we could just take the rest back to your boss. And then after that, while they're eating, Komatsu tells Toriko that he would like to go on his next hunt with him so he could learn more things. And then we see that Toriko ends up eating the whole crocodile. by himself, and he's super fat now. And then at the end, we see that Toriko is telling Komatsu that don't worry, the food was great, but it doesn't. There's something missing. Like it doesn't. There's one thing missing on this ingredient, and that's why it comes short of having it in my full course meal. And then that's pretty much how it ends. I don't have a question today, so I'm done. Please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys with chapter 3 next time. Peace.